Cool, okay. Hey guys. Yes, the Whittler, hello. I will be showing some gameplay in just a bit. And Ryoku the Slayer. Yeah, I'll do Rain next time. You guys let me know if, yeah, let me know if you have other game soundtrack suggestions. Actually, no, this is not water. This is actually iced tea. So, first of all, let's talk about so I'm going to start off with, it's Friday, we're going to start off with a development update, and then we're going to do the game critique of Blood Alloy. So, alright, let's see what has been, let's check out Jet User. So, by the way, Chris, you know, the bug we were dealing with the last few days that's been really weird. Oh, I forgot, let me post on Twitter. Let everyone know that we are now live. As always, let me know how the volume is on the stream, if it needs to be adjusted. So anyway, Chris, the post, it was the bug that we were dealing with earlier this week. Turned out it was an issue with the singleton. Basically, there's an object called Relativity Utils that has all the colors for all the game objects, and what they do, everything when the scene loads up, everything calls Relativity Utils to get its color assignment. And the problem was that these objects were calling Relativity Utils before Relativity Utils had actually been loaded, and that was causing the scene to crash basically when we opened it up. So Chris wrote up a bit about this. It's mostly about learning to read the editor log, as well as sort of some of the stuff that we did to, you know, solve the problem in the code. So Jet User wrote, this is quite an interesting crash then. I was hoping we'll try to figure out the crash in one of his streams. Do have a couple of comments though. Well, I do understand the workaround due to this scene load issue. You are technically violating the singleton pattern by returning null during load, and you are leaving yourself open to further null references funkiness if you don't protect all calls into the singleton from load time calls. I see. I suggest you return activator.create instance during application load to sidestep any issue until such a time you can obtain a legit instance. Won't always all work for all types you use, but it should help with relativity utils. This technically creates as many instances during startup as there are calls before you're able to get the actual instance used by the editor. So I just suggest you hold some sort of startup instance to return during editor loading. I am actually not 100% sure what... I think I kind of get roughly what Jet User is getting at, but I think I will have to talk to Chris and David about this. Alright. We can also get Chris maybe on the stream on Friday. No, not Friday. Maybe next Thursday or a week from now, and then we can have another conversation about that. Alright, anyway, but you can kind of read that on the devlog for more detail. So, what I want to do is talk about, okay, so we fixed a lot of these things. One of the things we did was we changed the arrows. So as it turns out, not sure if David Kilmer is here, but we've made it. It used to be that the drawing is actually just, I can show you the code. It used to be I had to connect the... Let's see. Used to be that we had to connect the line object, the line manager, to the square activator, and that's what would assign the arrows. So yesterday on the stream I was a little bit confused because some of the lines had arrows on them and some of them didn't. What we've done is that we've actually made it independent of that, because the way Chris was doing it, he was showing the forward direction of how the fill was going to travel. But the problem was the problem there is that arrow only shows me partial information, because then it doesn't tell me which way it is being unfilled. So actually what's a lot easier is just having the arrow always point in the forward direction, and then that way I know when it is going, basically when I'm laying out the line, which way it's facing, if it's facing correctly or not. Yes, I was looking at game OST, so I'll check out Katamari Damacies. That's very cool. I don't know Giant Citizen Kabuto, but thank you for the suggestion, Wavius. It's bad mainly because in this case singletons are not expected to return null. It is non-deterministic. I see, okay. Alright, I will talk to Chris. And also, we'll probably get David in on the conversation as well about this this null reference. It's a little beyond what my understanding of programming and what I'm used to. Oh, and before I continue, I want to say that I just want to give a quick shout out to, well, first of all, Alienware, because a few weeks ago when I showed Relativity at Indie PopCon, they provided me with 2 laptops. So Alienware, thank you very much. Thank you for providing me with those systems, for lending them to me. Yeah, the show went really well. And the other shout out is for ProBuilder. Thank you, ProBuilder, again for providing the key to give away on last night's stream. You can find more info about ProBuilder on their website. So this is their website, ProToolsForUnity3D.com. And you can also follow them on Twitter, ProBuilder at ProBuilder3D. Alright. Now let's get back to the game. So basically, now what I've been doing is I've been building the sandbox level. It's actually pretty clever. So the way you can see, I've got these islands. Each one has a different gravity focus. So this is the red island, and that's where I'm testing out the red trees and the red lines and the red button door and red and blue double gravity tree. So that one should be, yeah, that one should be up red. And then what I do here is they have these points of intersection where I can then test cases that involve both of them. So for example, this door you need an orange box and a blue box to open. And I'm kind of using the vertex coloring in a really smart way, or I think so. Basically, every island has their own color as the floor, and then the piece that reaches out is the color of the direction that's in. So that's going to be interacting with purple, so that's color purple. That piece is going to be interacting with orange from the blue side, so it's orange, and then this is on the orange side, it's interacting with the blue, so it's colored blue. Basically, yeah, I know. You're not actually going to see it during runtime, but I thought that was kind of cool. The default instance during load time. Hello, Red Garlic. Okay, well, I actually am not super. Yeah, like I'm not too comfortable with that level of programming where you're dealing with what's getting instantiated first. I guess I could learn about it, but yeah, I'm mostly just interested here with the gameplay stuff now. So, which is why I brought on Chris. Yeah, so basically you can see I can use here to test out this door, and then, you know, oh, okay, well, so it looked like there was a bug there, or maybe just like a missing, I think part of the floor was missing. Hello, Andy James Adams. Oh, so it's quite also possible I just walked off the edge, so wait. Alright, so it does look like there's a collider missing. I'm gonna see if I can just land near the tree. So basically I try to test. Alright, I think that piece is just missing the collider. Huh, weird. Seems to be fine. Ah, you see, I had it, for some reason that was checked is triggered, so let's try that again. Yeah, so I'm trying to build out all these levels that I would kind of use later on in the game, because I know if it, if it works, everything is very modular in terms of the mechanics. Hello, tree form. How's it going? I don't think I've seen you on the stream before, but welcome. All right, so let's test out. Oh yeah, let's get some sound, some of the system sound on. And right, okay, so I know it's working when I have squares from two different colors. Yes, I can pick trees off double gravity cube. Double gravity cubes, I can pick them off double gravity trees. And alright, that's working. For this one, I need 2 boxes. Let's see if that's... Okay, we need another one. Now, I think there is some problem with the frame rate, but I think it's just because it's not very well optimized yet. Well, I am hitting... Okay, it's like, it goes up to 52, but the lowest is 29. It seems to be averaging around 48. Alright, that's working. This one has 3. Okay. So basically this is kind of what I do after a new mechanic is added. I'm going to add the color changing beams here as well. And I'm going to work on their funnel design. Ah, okay. So you see we got a problem. I probably just didn't connect the door to the lines, which is why they're not opening. But ooh, yeah, okay. So see, that's another problem where I think when the frame rate is a little slow, sometimes you can fall through the floor. So that's something that needs to get fixed. Alright, that's that. I'm also gonna jump to the newest level that I've been working on. I did some... Oh, hello, Treeform. Thanks for following me on Twitter. And let's talk about... Yeah, we... This is kind of the nightly development stream. So that's the sandbox level where everything, all the mechanics are tested together. And I try to... Every time there's a new mechanic that's added, we got to make sure that everything works together with that one as well. So save that. All right, so this is the level. I'm going to show you guys a little bit how this is being done. Right, so this is what the level looks like now. It's not going to look so stacky, because once I put in the walls, it's going to look a lot more vertical. I'm going to start playing around with different columns on the other side, on the outside as well. I really like the classical columns. I think they look really well. Relativity without the shaders. Yeah, that's really only when I'm not in play mode. So one of the things that's going to happen is actually all of these pieces are going to connect to the bridge on the other side. And then so I want, because I do want there to be parts of it where it feels like you're walking, through a bridge across these towers. And then basically every time you come back in, you always get this central column in the center. And of course, you can always rotate and change directions and try to fall backwards. And I got a few more ideas for different levels, which I will start testing out. I think moving forward, what I'm going to do is have It's gonna do these, like, a bunch of these high-level worlds where I just lay out the basic building blocks. And then I think what I might do is then in my own time, when I'm not streaming, kind of fill in the details and then start the stream and update a bit of that. So this is a game, hello, I beat FNAF on iOS. This is a game, it's called Relativity. It's this mechanic is that you can change the direction of your gravity and walk around in crazy geometry. If you look at just right below the screen, there should be a bunch of links to stuff. But tonight we are going to be checking out Blood Alloy with Frank Washburn, who is in the chat right now. So this is it for the update from my end. And now what I'm going to do is bring Frank on board. Some of those bridges are glitching. Yeah, it's not. That's what happens with the work in progress, because I'm not updating the outer instances. So, Blood Alloy, what is it?